Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Exclusive Modest. Hope you have a wonderful day. Today's episode is going to be on how to cut this lovely Abaya dress using Donkoso material. So I'm making use of 2.5 yards of this fabric. Then I'm making use of 1 yard of the black fabric. So this is the neckline I'm going to use. You can see how beautiful this is. I was thinking maybe I'm going to cut out this particular side for the sleeve, but I'm going to use a rice lace at the sleeve area. So the first folding is going to be into 2, then into 4. So let me fold this onion color out before cutting the black. So this is after folding it out. So I folded 2.5 yards of this fabric, so it has a constant length of sleeve that is going to give out. The length is going to be about 22 inches. So after getting that, it's cut together with the sleeve. So after getting that, then we're going to take a shoulder slant of 1 inch. As you can see, this is 22 inches. Then I'll now take a shoulder slant of 1 inch. This is 1 inch of shoulder slant. Then I'll now take the opening of the sleeve to be 8.5 inches. That will be after the shoulder slant, you understand? Here is it. Then I'll now come to this other side and take 9.5 inches because I want a straight line. At the other side too is also 9.5 inches when we plus the shoulder slant to it. So you cannot connect them together now. Like this, you can see. Then I'll now go ahead and take the half cut to be 15.7 inches. And here is it. Then I can also take that yet just to give me the straight line. After that, I can now connect it together using my ruler. This. After that, I want to determine my hip point. This is not necessary and it's not constant, but you can also do that when you want to monitor the wideness at the hip. This is my hip point of 9 inches. Then I'm taking that at the other side too and at this side, so as to take a straight cut. Then I'm going to connect them as well. So this is the line of the hip point. So I'm done with it as well. Then I'll go back to the bust measurement and take the bust measurement divided by 4. I'll go down to the waist measurement and take the waist measurement divided by 4. Then I can also divide my hip measurement by 4. Then I will now slant it to the full length. So this is the bust line. This is my bust line divided by 4 with a seam allowance of 1 inch. The allowance is not constant. You can make use of any inches of your choice. So at the waistline also, I will divide my waist by 4. Then here's my answer. Then I'm adding 1 inch of seam allowance to it. Then I'll connect it to the bust line like this. It's not straight, it's something slant because waist measurement and bust measurement are not the same. So I'll now come to the hip measurement and divide my hip measurement by 4. Here is it. Then I'm still going to add seam allowance of 1 inch to it, as you can see. So I'll now connect everything together from the hip point to the waist. You can see from the waist to the hip point, then from there to the full length of the dress. The next thing here is going to be the neckline. I'm using the wideness of 3 inches. 3 inches, but I'm still going to use the neck to cut it out, but I'm just taking the wideness first here. Then the deepness is going to be around 1.5 inches for the back. Then I'll connect them together. So that means I'm cutting out the neckline of the back. So by the time I remove it, I'm going to use that neck to cut out the neckline of the front. So I'm tracing it down to the shoulder slant of 1 inch. After that, I can now cut it out. Before the cuttings, let me take the full length of the dress first. So taking it from the center, back and front here to the full length, I'm making use of 57 inches with the seam allowance. As you can see, here is it, 57 inches. Then I'm going to wool it out just to have a straight line there. So I can now proceed with the cutting from the neckline to the shoulder slant of 1 inch, which I've already done earlier. So you can see to the opening of the armhole, then to the bust measurement. So at this point I'm just going to cuff it, you can see, to the waistline, then to the full length of the dress. Yeah, I don't want the edges to be touching the ground, so I took up 2 inches. Then I'm going to cuff it to that 2 inches, you can see. Then I'm going to cut it out. So the next thing here is to divide both front and back. I'm dividing both front and back because the front is going to have another color in between the center, while the back is going to carry a zip. It will be easy for your client to wear. You can also make use of buttoning by slitting it down to a certain length, then you add your loop to it, then add your button. But here I want to make use of zip. That's why I'm dividing the back as well. So this is the black fabric that we're going to use at the center, at the sleeve center. So I'm making use of the wideness of 14 inches. Here you can see the 14 inches is with the seam allowance. It depends on how full you want that center to be. You can make use of 10, you can make use of 8 inches. Depends on how you want it to be. So the next cutting is going to be the one to join the sleeve to make it a long sleeve. So this is what I'm using to complete the sleeve length. Then I'm going to fold this in 4 places because I'm cutting for both sleeves. So the wideness is going to be the opening of the sleeve that we took on the body. So this is how I'm just cutting it out. Then the length is to complete the full length of the dress by taking out what we get from our 2.5 yards. Then this is okay because we're still going to have 1 inch of band to it. So is that area that the elastic cover is going to be. So this particular one also, I'm going to divide the center because there's going to be a plain black at the center the way it is at the body. So that's why I'm dividing the sleeve as well. The black I'm going to use is going to be about 4 inches. That's the wideness, the width. They are going to be of the same length. Here is the elastic cover. I'm making use of 1 inch of elastic cover. So let me join this and show it to you. So I've stitched the black to the center of the main kaftan, the main dress. You can see the 2 joinings at both sides. So this is the center. So the next thing we're going to do is to fold this into 2 like this. Then iron out the hemline. So has to have opened hemline. So you have to iron this area, iron both sides. Then you're going to stitch it down to under the bust. You understand? This is how it's going to be after when you stitch it down to under. Don't let it reach the half cut. Here is it. I've done that. You can see I've done the stitching. You can see the way I did it. Then I'm going to centralize it this way, then stitch it down to the neckline. You can see, so as to have a framed of this excess at the back. So you can see the front, you can see how beautiful this is turning to. So the next thing is to place our neckline to bring out the shape of what we are adding to the neckline. So here is it. So I've folded the front into 2. Then this is my neckline. Then I'm trying to place it well to cut out the neckline. If you're cutting out this neckline, make sure you're adding ½ inch of seam allowance to it. Don't cut it exact line of the neck, just add half inch for the seam allowance. So I'm going to cut that straight now. I've done with the cuttings. You can see the 0.5 inches I left for the seam allowance. So let me go and join this now. Welcome back. Here are the finished work so far. This is after stitching everything together. This is the opening at the front. So after cutting out the neckline, the next thing I did is the joining of the back and front together. No, we're going to join it at the shoulder line. So after the joining of both back and front, then I added my sleeve to make it longer, the way I told you. Then you can see how beautiful this turns out. This is the back that carries zip. You can see I added an invisible zip here. You can see how beautiful it is. There's an elastic cover at the sleeve as well. I told you the 1 inch that I added to the sleeve, then I input my elastic over there. I added a rice lace to the joining of the sleeve. You can see that wine rice lace. If you're watching for the first time, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel for more amazing tutorials. And for those people that have already subscribed, I really appreciate you guys for watching my video.